Alright, here's the video review for the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Beast Mode Bumblebee. It's not really in a size class, at least it's not in the standard, Voyager Deluxe leader class size class. It is very large. Like when I saw it in the store, it was much bigger than I was expecting it to be based on some of the promo pictures we had seen. And I hadn't seen a lot of them, but I'd seen some. Real quick, before we get into the full video review for this, though, I did find a Bumblebee, a deluxe Bumblebee, with the alternate painted face. And there's actually a couple, it's not just the face, but here's the two of them side by side. So you can see, let's see if we can get them a little closer in here and focus on that. I did post a side by side picture of their faces on Twitter if you're looking, but you can see this one is missing. He does have some yellow around his face in the new movie, from what I understand, and just from promo pics I've seen. But not having the silver up around the eyes gives him a really kind of a bug-eyed look, and it does look better in hand on the full painted face. Get this back in focus again. But one of the things I found out is I popped their heads off to take the picture of the two heads directly side by side so you could see the differences. And when I put them back, I clearly put them on the wrong bodies because the fully painted head went on this body and was super loose on the neck joint. And I think that the face, even with the paint, is kind of making the face look a little wider at the base. But there is some slight remolding to the head in that I think the head itself is a little wider. The socket is a little bigger, and the ball joint here on the neck is actually larger than, I don't know how well this is going to come across in the video, but yeah, I don't think you can really tell it from here, but the ball joint on the fully painted head is bigger than it is on the unpainted head. So you can't, like I said, if I put this head on this body, look at it, it just flops around. It's just, you can hear it rattling there. It can't, it's just super loose, and it doesn't take much to have it ping around. And conversely, if you try to put this head on this body, I'm forcing it and I can't even get that on there. So there's clearly some remolding there. So if you're hoping to, because of the open packaging, if you're hoping to grab one of the fully painted heads, bring it home, swap heads, and return it, it won't work. Just FYI. But anyway, that's the difference between the two heads. I do think the fully paint. There's no other changes. The rest of the robot mode, the transformation's exactly the same. There's no extra paint on the blade or anything. It's just the head has been changed. So, Walmart had a whole bunch of these with the fully painted heads the other day. Or today? I can't remember what day I got. No, it was yesterday. So yeah. Yeah. If you want the fully painted head, hold out until you actually see it, because you can't swap them later on. Anyway, that's an update on Bumblebee. I found the fully painted head a day and a half after I shot the video review, because I wasn't expecting to go looking for it. I just happened to come across it in Walmart, and there we go. Anyway, on to Beast Mode Bumblebee. Here he is. He's a big, giant vehicle. He does have, honestly, he's chunkier. And like I said, the deluxe mode, when I was talking about it, is skinnier, I think, than the actual model of the car. This one feels like it's got the right width, but then it's shorter this way. And it does have, I'd be more forgiving of this, with his big chunky wheels and his chunkiness of the car, if it didn't have these feet just hanging off the back end. This is as far up as they go into the body here. I've tried to get these, yeah, because it's not even this piece that's keeping it. It's catching up here. If these could even kind of flip up and maybe even get into these grooves and cover the back, that would be an improvement. But he's just got these giant feet hanging off the butt of the car. It does roll okay. It's got big chunky wheels, although these, you can see these peg on one way, these peg in through the other way. So his front wheels have the big yellow bit in the middle of them. He does have the sword you can plug onto either side. It's just a transparent blue sword. Is it in the movie? Not sure. Haven't seen it yet. It is out. I'll see it at some point. I'll probably see it by the end of this week. The yellow here in the middle, you can see It's actually looking better from where I'm sitting on the camera than it actually is in person. It very glaringly is a different yellow on these pieces that are painted here. But again, this is a gimmick toy for kids, so I don't know how picky they're going to get about it. But anyway. The roll bar is more nicely integrated into the windshield than on the Deluxe, but whatever. There's a button right here. Here makes a car noise. Revving engine noise. Right now I'm only getting the two noises. There we go, there's a squeal. And then kind of a radio tuning noise. And I think those are the 4 car mode noises. There's another one. Yeah, that's a tire squealing noise. It has a couple extra noises, I believe, in robot mode, but we'll get to that. So yeah, there is a button under here for his robot mode. Yeah, you can hear the battle sounds there. When you push this button on top, I don't know if you can see it. This button activates. Well, I guess if you look on his chest, activates a blue LED in there. And this button down here activates a red LED. So I'm not sure. I mean, it has to. I'm not sure if it's just which button you press. It determines what the sound selection is, or if it actually knows what mode it's in. I'm not aware of anything getting pushed, but I haven't really looked that closely at it. But anyway, he rolls all right. There he is. He's got the sword. Big chunky Bumblebee. Transform him. We got to pull these yellow bits. Should come off here. So the last step is to get all this stuff down. Yeah, because the arms are in there. You got to get these untabbed here. This assembly, this yellow painted assembly, you can see the hinges back here comes off. And it's just a matter of getting it started here. Come on. There we go. Well, that just broke that whole piece. Well, I didn't break it, just untabbed. There we go. And you just pop right off. Yeah, it should have just come off that easily, where you just lift this whole thing off. I don't know why this side was being such a pain in the butt. Anyway, snap that together. But you lift these up, and you flip these back. Start getting into here. Then once you get that done, you can start. It's kind of standard Bumblebee transformation of the arms here, except the wheels are actually attached to the arms. You don't have to do anything crazy to start pulling them out. And then open up, unpeg those. The legs are double hinged. You can unpeg them. There you go. Get them like that. And you can see there's a little snap here. So snap that up into there. Bring the leg back. Bring the foot down. Collapse that up into the leg. And then this piece kind of sits down and pegs into the back of the, I guess, calf there. It's not super, like I said, this pegs in. It's very hollow inside that leg. But it does support them. Same over here. Snap that into place. Bring that all the way up. That will come a little further forward and should snap in here. Right, yeah, there we go, like that. And then pulls his head up like that. Leg clips into place. Foot snaps forward. Now he's standing. And let's come up to the upper body here. Go ahead and focus again. Nope, camera, don't go loose. There we go. The arm panels come down to either side of his chest, like that, snap into place, flip the arms down, flip the arms down, on a hinge, get that, snap that all the way in, come on, there we go. And then this panel right here comes down, kind of covers, this is the car mode button right here, this piece kind of covers it. You can still get to it if you want, but it's supposed to be covered by this back panel. And there's Bumblebee in robot mode. The wheels just stick right up here. They're a solid piece. He's got, you can kind of snap these into place. He's got ball joints at the shoulders. He's got hinges at the elbows. His head swivels. He's got no movement at the hips, but he's got, it doesn't, or thigh swivel. He does have a little bit of knee, but even then it's not, you stay there. It's not really posable. Like, the foot can move a little bit, but everything kind of has to lock into place or it doesn't support him. He's a big, chunky robot. Again, he can hold his sword in either hand. Come on. My tripod is starting to die on me where I can't lock it into place. So, That's going to have to be replaced soon, but oh well. Anyway, give him his sword, and he's ready to go. Now you have a button here on his abdomen. You get the radio noise again. Power charge up. Okay, you heard. Now we're good. You hear like a clashy sword noise. I thought there was a gun noise too, but nope. Okay, well, I'm not going to keep pushing this. I thought there was one more noise, but that may be all we're going to get right here. But yeah, so the posability, there's that, the sword, and that's essentially the main focus here of Bumblebee. Now he is beast mode Bumblebee, and the reason for that is you kind of have like an old action changer gimmick here where you squeeze his legs together, and a bird head pops out of his chest. You have to kind of slap his head back down. You hear the bird noise, his wings pop out of his back, and now he is beast mode. It looks like he just got a bird living in him. I don't know. I haven't heard anything people talking about this playing into the movie. Granted, I haven't seen it, and I haven't really seen any spoilers either. So anyway, also once you get to flip the wings out, he does have some little flip out claws here in his forearm to complete the look. And there you go. There's the full on beast mode Bumblebee. I guess that's him taking off with his bird wings. Oh, it's like a jet engine and I guess mechanical wings flapping is what that's supposed to be. Weird noises. Anyway, you can see there's the red LED there in the head. If you want to, you can open this up and make car noises. Although I guess in this mode, you could pretend that's like the screeching of a hawk or something. That you just kind of got to live with. But if you want a blue LED there. But yeah, it's an interesting toy. It's like there's an Optimus Prime one. I don't know what noises it makes. I haven't played with it, obviously. But it's a thing you can get in the toy store. This came as part of the promotional package Hasbro sent for Rise of the Beasts. So thank you to them for that. Like I said, it's interesting to check it out. Like the car mode, I could see a kid certainly having fun with it. My only issue really with the car mode, but it's chunky, but there's nothing wrong with that. I do wish the feet had a better way of folding up into the body. To reset the gimmick, you just lift his head up, and you can flip the bird head back in, snap his head back down, snap his chest piece back up, and then the wings just kind of, there's a couple little clips right here, so you just kind of push those in. You can see the slots here in the wings, so just push those back down. They'll clip into place like that. Pull that back down, and then you're ready to go. And flip his little claws back in. So yeah, there's Beast Mode Bumblebee from Transformers Rise of the Beasts. It's a thing.